Alarm is growing tonight as Florida braces for a disaster. Emergency preparations are underway on the southwest coast of Florida. Reporter Kristen Dahlgren reports on the precautions the state is taking to withstand Hurricane Irma's punch.
Along Florida's west coast tonight, there is new urgency. What many thought was a miss now has models shifting this way.
We're not as far away from the center as we had originally thought.
Grace and Frank Mazzarella scrambling to finish storm preps on Sanibel Island.
My family wants us out of Florida totally, but that's a little bit difficult to do right now with traffic. Airlines are all booked up.
Officials going door to door to make sure residents, especially the most vulnerable, weren't lulled into a sense of security.
I'm just thinking about my family, my wife and puppy.
The biggest issue here may be the storm surge, a wall of water coming ashore, leaving all of these low-lying homes underwater. Search and rescue teams are ready for anyone who doesn't get out in time.
Pretty much anything that's going to help us gain access to something or someone is on this vehicle.
Route 75, the major highway on Florida's west coast, is backed up for miles. Gas supplies are dwindling. Some places are running out of sandbags. The Velos family from Port Charlotte is evacuating, but couldn't find a place to go.
All the hotels in Gainesville, Ocala, and Lake City, all of them were booked. So there was not a room available, so we had to sleep at a rest area with our kids.
While others can only hope they didn't wait too long.
By the grace of God, we'll survive again.
South Carolina's governor plans to order the evacuation of 7 coastal barrier islands for nearly 45,000 residents. The American Red Cross has been busy helping people in our region affected by house fires and also across the nation, and they need more help. The organization is looking for more people to volunteer or donate as well. A local spokesperson says their resources are spread thin with Montana wildfires and 2 hurricanes. Locally, they deployed people to help with the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey and to Florida and Georgia for assistance with impending Hurricane Irma. Now, if you can help respond to local disasters or any on the national level for that matter, we have a click attached to this story on our website. Go to valleynewslive.com. For anyone who wants to buy a car in the near future, you should make sure do your homework so you don't end up with a car damaged by recent hurricane flooding. Cars protected by comprehensive insurance are covered for flooding, but if they just have liability, insurance companies won't cover the costs of the damage. So if insurance doesn't cover it and there's no claim, it can be harder to know if it has damage, even with a vehicle history report.
Seat brackets, any kind of metal in them, start rusting out soon, and this you can usually in a spare tire area in cars, the trunk area, lift the spare tire out and see what's all in there and if the padding underneath the carpet's moldy at all.
Lindbergh adds that if the car isn't dried out and cleaned properly, you can have a lot of problems with the car down the road, especially if the electrical parts of the vehicle have water damage. Authorities say at least 58 people died when an 8.1 magnitude earthquake struck Mexico. It's the most powerful quake to hit the country in over 80 years, toppling buildings, forcing mass evacuations, and triggering alerts as far away as Southeast Asia. Damage to the capital city was limited because the center was further away, but in the Oaxaca state near the epicenter, many buildings were reduced to rubble. Up next, if you're a Target shopper, there are some deals out there waiting for you.